Cool.
Welcome back, guys, to Heidi Talks Expedition Africa. Well, today I've got a very special friend, and I'm staring at him with his what do I call it, pandemic beard, lockdown beard. Damon de Boor, the team captain, or the inspiration behind Team Truffle Hunters. How are you?
Yeah, no, all good. Thanks, Heids. Yeah, kicking and live. Yeah.
So friends at home, for those of you who don't know Damien, I didn't even know that we raced against each other in 2008 in the Pool of Africa.
Yeah, thank you. Small world sometimes. Yeah.
Wow. So that is the amazing thing these chats, brings out. When we have a race, we hardly really get time to connect and think about these wonderful things we've been doing actually together, and that's where it all started.
Yeah, it's such a small world sometimes. You realize that we all kind of cross each other's paths all over. So.
Hello, Princess.
Yes, hello.
Are you blowing me a kiss?
Yeah, this is for Heidi.
Where's Heidi's kiss?
No kisses. This is my Expedition Africa.
Is your what?
This is my Expedition Africa baby. This is the one who, on a Friday night, I was crawling through the mud, and on a Monday morning, she appeared, decided that it was time to come out. So she waited.
She waited for you. Yeah, I remember that. Remember, we had to emergency pull you off the route if something happens, and
that panic. Yeah.
But friends at home, for you just to understand Damien's current situation. A few months ago, he got a job or a transfer to Germany. He and his whole family. And Damien, just please tell your wife, I love reading the stories and how she just the traveling with the children and finding accommodation and finding a school. You know, it's so beautiful for me to relate to it, and it's so close to my heart and real. So I do follow your wife. Please tell her. And
I will.
They moved to Germany, and as I just said, it was quite a big move, and I had to find a place, and it's so cold. And well, with this whole lockdown, Damien is now back in South Africa, and he's waiting for the first flight to get back to his job in Germany. So it's quite a journey.
Yeah, it is quite a journey. You could say that, and I'm being demanded again. Give me one sec, quickly.
Okay. Hello, guys. It's Heidi speaking to Heidi. So while we're waiting for Damien, let me tell you more about his wonderful story.
Sorry.
Well, I just had to go there into I'll tell you some beautiful stories of you, but I will get to it later. You're back.
Okay. No, sorry. You know how these kids pull, and just when you think they're okay, Daddy, come. So thanks very much. I think, as you say, Hayley will really appreciate the fact that you read her stories. I often bemoan and say, come on, nobody reads these things. So she'll be able to say, I told you so. But yeah, it's been an incredible experience. It's been really eye-opening. There is no place like home. So being home during this lockdown has just been incredible. But it's been great for us. We've really enjoyed it. And we are looking forward to getting back to having more of an adventure. Holding thumbs up. Like that
one. Oh, Damien. So please tell us, as I said, in 2008, we raced together.
Yeah.
It was a wonderful experience there in the Wild Coast in Transkei. And then you disappeared. I mean, if I work it out now, I've been there was many years just passed, and your whole adventure racing life, rejuvenated. It started again.
And then came back.
2016, it came back. So life happened.
Yeah.
Studies.
Life happened. It does.
And 2016, 2016 you're back, and you did the Itera race as well in 2016. And then it was 17, 18, you did all the years, including now Rodriguez, and as well, you did the World Championships in Reunion. So you had a jam-packed, 6-7 years?
Yes, non-stop, hey? Get as much as you can. So.
Oh, Damon, tell us some of your memories. Share with us and our friends at home.
Oh,
Why adventure race?
I don't know. Do you know, I remember 2004, I'd had a knee op and I was watching Gillette World Sports or something, and there were two guys or a team on top of a mountain in the middle of nowhere, and they were freezing. They could barely walk. They hadn't slept for days, but they just looked like they were having the best time ever. And I just thought, geez, this is my game, adventure racing. So I quickly got into it, got involved in the quantum adventure scenes in Cape Town, got to get to all of Africa. It was a great experience, but unfortunately it didn't end up the way it should have. I blew my knee out again. Then life happened. And the whole time, no matter what, all that time that I was out, I said, I've got to get back to racing. I've got to get back to racing. I've got to get back. And actually I did one of the full moon races, I think in 2012, paddling across the dam at 3 o'clock in the morning, three of us on the boat with Stain and Kevin.
Bronkerspreidheid, yeah!
There we go, that's it.
So cool!
Oh, jeez, it was cold there. But getting back in 2016 it was like I was born again. You know, it was life back into me, and found a family again. You know, well, not that I haven't had a family, but I just had missed out on something. And the adventure racing family is just, it's second to none, and it's keeps me going every year. You know, every year in May or April or September or next year, I get a big family gathering. And it's brilliant. You get to see faces you don't only see once a year, and you go through highs and lows together, and you all come out with battle wounds and great stories. So yeah, it's a family thing for me more than anything now. Yeah.
Oh, wow, that's beautiful. And I mean, you're using that hashtag I love so much, living the dream.
Living the dream.
I think that also just combines it, what you've just said, just put it so nicely together. It is like living the dream. And I know sometimes when we do our scouting, I sometimes get an SMS from you, Heidi, you're living the dream.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe because you're also in corporate and in business, you know, like you appreciate it so much more. Because you know
yeah, that's it. Yeah. I mean, if we're not doing what we're passionate about, what's the point? So, you know, you and Stefan have doing something that you're passionate about, and you've got so many of us who are so passionate about it. And if you guys ever think you're going to stop doing this, well, we've got news for you. But yeah, for us, it's so important that we do things that are passionate, and it is your dream, and you've got to live the dream. So it all works out for me.
Oh.
Yeah.
And how do you juggle now with the family and the difficulty with work? And I mean, your family has grown, it's now more responsibilities. How do you juggle the challenges of, you know, a father of the house, and, you know, you need to make income, business, and, you know, all those roles and pressures you have to put the hours in. Like I said, you had quite a jam-packed 6-7 years.
All of a sudden, yeah.
How do you juggle it all?
Do you know what a major part of all of that, I would say, is racing? I think that I wouldn't be able to manage all of this if I didn't have an outlet, an adventure race every year or every twice a year or something. And I think the lessons I pick up in an adventure race, going through the hard times, the never giving up, pushing through, helping your mates, helping your teammates, watching other people out there doing stuff that you didn't think was possible, that helps me get through life. It helps me juggle being a parent, managing a job, managing the training, managing all of the additional pressures on life, because I get it from racing. And I think for me, every year having a reset in a race, and some people look at you go, reset, you mean you go out for 5, 6, 7 days, you don't sleep, you sleep where you can. How's that a reset? But it's a refresh, and only adventure racers can really understand that. So for me, it's kind of that, and using that to help my life and give me the lessons to continue on in life. And yeah.
Damon, I think I agree with you. I think what people who's not racing don't understand is when you go into that week,
Yeah.
that reset, you just called it, it is so intense on all levels that you actually, for that period, you can't think of anything else. You're so in the moment to survive and to look after your team and get the team forward. There's not one thought for a moment, actually, oh, I need to do that at work, or I need to fix the roof, or I need money for that. You are absolutely in that zone. And for the first time, when you're out of it, when you get to the finishing line, it's all the emotion coming to you, and then you think of the family and everything. It's just such an intense feeling, and that is what it is, the reset. You need to survive for that week.
Yeah. And it's so many emotions packed into such a short period of time. Yeah. If you don't survive it, well, you're just not going to cope. I maybe it's a bit bland, but I find that if I survive that I'm going to give up everything else. So, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, it's intense, but it's brilliant.
It is, huh? Oh, the extreme highs and lows. Damien, when you race, you know, with your team and you go through all these emotions, what in that moment when you are racing is like what you're dreaming of now when you're in lockdown? Do you enjoy the navigation? Is it the nights? Is it that, you know, some people dream of sleeping while they're racing, you know, or food. Or what if you think back, is like luring you back to that moment?
At the end of the day, it's my team. You know, I've made great friends through adventure racing, and being out there with 3 other like-minded individuals is, for me, I think the highlight of it all. You know, there's always the pressure, oh, we must do well, let's try and kind of get a 10 position, or we must improve on this or something. But it's being out there with those 3 other people that makes it everything for me. You know, I've got in 2016 where we were one of the last teams, we were the last team to long course. And I can remember on that last bike ride, we came to a split in the road and all the short course teams were turning left and they were going to be at home in a bed tonight. And we knew if we went right, we had 2 more nights out in hell. Like, we were the last team going down there to what was the, Craig was talking about it, where he got the hamburgers down the hill anyway. Yeah. We knew we had 2 nights of hell. There was no discussion. There was no conversation around that. Are we going to do it or we're not going to do it? We just turned right. And that, for me, is the most important thing. You've got 4 people out there who just having fun, having a great experience.
But also can-do people. You know, I think what people must understand is you encircle yourself with, and normally with people who are, like you say, you all have the same vision and goal, and you need to survive this together. So you're not faced with negativity or, well, seldom, but I mean, it's normally can-do. We have to do it. It doesn't matter whatever it takes. And the moment when you do that, that gives you the unity you're talking now about. Which is incredible. You know what? We go all through extreme lows, extreme pain. I've seen you in the races. I've seen some of the very, very low moments. Please share with us those moments where you just had to like dig deep. What pulled you through those extreme lows?
Jeepers, where do you start? I think for me, one of the lowest lows was that packraft leg in Reunion, where we saw you and Stefan on the corner there, and we just heard you told us about Jabberwock, and Stefan witnessed me bawling my eyes out. So, you know, for me, the low was there was that, you know, that first trek leg had been hell. My ITB had gone. I was now slowing a team down. We were pushing as hard as we could. And so much had built up to coming to world champs. I'm at world champs. I can't give up. I won't give up. And one of my biggest failings is I don't know how to give up to the detriment of knees, ankles, everything else. But in that, irrespective, as I still knew that I still had something in me and I could still keep going. And what pulls me through something like that is my kids and my family. You know, I've got my son, Julian, suffers from cerebral palsy. he's going to have ongoing life difficulties. And for me, hopefully the key lesson I can give him is that you don't give up. Yes, the situation might change, but you find a way of working. So I carry a picture of my kids around with me all the time. And when I'm in the lowest of the low, I pull that picture out and somehow it gets me to take the next step. So,
yeah, it's beautiful. No, you need to be an example, and you need to think of them, and one day those are the things that pull you through. I know the same with us when we do the races and we go through those lows. I just think the whole time that I can't disappoint my children. I don't know. I mean, it's not that they're ever going to know that we've disappointed them. But I mean, it's like a kind of a thing you feel that now I want to prove to them that we pulled through and we achieved this, and I don't know, maybe it's just the inner thing.
I know, and as you say, they probably don't care,
Yeah.
but you use it as your excuse, you know, I've got to do this for them. So,
I know when you said
I must...
reunion, we just, I remember clearly, you would just try also to motivate and say, Damon, you can do this. And I mean, how happy at the end of the day. I mean, if you pulled out there, I mean, today we would have had a chat about the disappointment of that pull out, and today we're having the chat of we pushed through and
getting there, yeah, no, exactly. And we crossed that line, yes, maybe not as we wanted to or having completed, but hey, I've got unfinished business, so you know, it's coming up, and don't let my wife here.
Yeah, Damien, that was a wonderful experience. You guys did so well. Damien, speak to me a little bit about Rodrigues. Rodrigues was the latest race we did the other day.
Yeah.
It was colourful and blue water and palm trees. Huh?
Rodrigues was just absolutely incredible. It's a lifetime event, and all those adventure racers who missed out on it, you've missed out on a one in a lifetime, and maybe it has to happen again. But you know what? That island is brilliant. I've never been to a place where I felt less like a tourist and more just welcome. Hi, have fun. Everybody was willing to help, and it was just brilliant. And as a team, we just had a ball. We were so gutted. We made the most minuscule mistake on that last trek leg that cost us 10th place to the Canadians. Fair play. They got it. But you know what? What a brilliant race. Heidi, I can't even, you know, the words aren't there. So I feel bad for everybody who missed it. But
like you say, once off, maybe it should happen again, but
yeah, in some form or the other, exactly. No, but you know what was the best thing for me was we just, as a team, we gelled so well. And it's funny how our team kind of developed off the back of mistakes in Namaqualand, Namaqualand. You know, we unfortunately lost Leandering the race. Franco and his team, they also had a number of injuries, and Franco joined us. We had Franco, myself, Clive, the Mad Irishman, and Piers. I mean, Piers, we don't even start.
Piers, we love you. We love you.
Oh, we love Piers. He's mad. Four of us going to that Kubi Canyon, and what a great bond. And the truffle hunters were born in that canyon, and we brought that forward to Rodrigues, and that same spirit is there. We'll bring it through to Lesotho. We're going to take it further and further. So,
wonderful. Listen, of course we couldn't do Lesotho. We are getting ready for next year. Are you looking forward to Lesotho?
Your bucket list. That when you guys told me Lesotho, it was like, that's it. My career could end on that race, because Lesotho is a bucket list race. You know, Gauloise, we've seen the images from that. It's now our turn to go there. But I definitely need a little bit more warm gear. So I think we all dodged the bullet this year.
But listen, Damien, if you do a good winter in Europe and you join maybe up, like you said, with some of the teams in Europe for training,
yeah,
that might be very, very good for you and assist you, like, you know, when that cold is coming into Lesotho and that icy wind, which change every 4 hours. So
That's actually, that's, yeah. Yeah.
From our side, we wish for your team an incredible future.
Thanks,
I hope we can see you at some of the other races or the rest of the team of the 120s. Who knows how it all's going to turn out. And, thanks for inspiring us.
Well, no, thank you guys. You guys give me a reason to be inspired. So thank you. It's
you guys really inspire us to keep on doing what we're doing and trying to make it better. And it's wonderful to have you guys in our family, our bench racing family.
nice.
And we can't wait to give you a big hug when I see you next year.
Oh, so soon. Yeah, exactly.
Big love to your family and your kids as well. And for any of our friends racing out there, it's people like Damien, you know, like using the words living the dream and inspiring us to do more and showing you that you can do it. And it's perseverance. And when you find that perfect team and you know that you can trust in your team members, that this is an incredible sport. And thanks for being part of our journey, and we'll see you soon.
Thanks, Heidi. Cheers, guys.
Thank you, Damien. Bye.